Monday already. Salutations, class. And I am cut off again. I really ought to adjust my size here. Salutations, class, and welcome back. Tonight we're resuming Pokemon Legends Arceus. We're going to go through with the post-game, which should let us have, I'd say, a few more streams. This has personally been recommended to me by a lot of fellow peers and a number of our very own students. So, we'll be playing with this game a little bit longer, and over the course of the next couple of weeks, until we are done with it, probably alternate between it and our Pokemon Black 2 run. Let's go ahead and hop on in. I am off screen. Why am I off screen? No, that's my fan art. Wait, did I actually delete the VTubes? Oh, there it is. Ah, I see. I resized it. So, now we're ready to go. It's kind of funny. I keep having to mess with the resolution of the VTuber avatar, given that we're alternating between playing games that will not require much processing power, such as streaming Pokemon Legends here, which will use the processing power of the Switch, versus stuff like Outer Wilds or Noida, which are very heavy on our own processing power. I actually don't know what the post-game specific quests are, but presumably they would involve talking with the most important folks that we did. Ah, these are the main quest things, the missions right here. So, to flesh out your Pokédex, look into legendary Pokemon with the help of the merchant Volo, who's very learned in the myths of the Hisui region, at the Heights Camp in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Ah, where we last left off, we were looking for Porygon, but I don't know if that's going to be happening. So we'll be on our way out of here and head over to the Obsidian Fieldlands. Is everyone up to snuff? Seems everyone is capable and ready. We'll be off. And welcome, Usagi. A very good evening to you. We'll be turning right back around on an expedition very soon. Wait, it said Heights Camp, right? So we'll head over there instead. At the Heights Camp, indeed. Place ourselves right here. And we will begin. Ah, he's right here. We don't have to walk very far at all. Though I will take these medicinal herbs. No, wait, this is a pep-up plant, I believe. Correct. I'm not a botanist. Not my field of science. Xander! There you are! Have a look here, if you will. A good, long, close look, please. See these patterns modeled after Pokemon? I've come to think that they might be letters, rather like hieroglyphs, if you will. I've inspected ruins across the region and have concluded that they all seem to tell the same tale. The tale of a brave soul who, together with the Pokemon at his side, went on a journey to search for the fragments of an all-encompassing deity. Deity? So something probably better than Sinnoh. I think you all know who it is. Yes, an all-encompassing deity, the creator of this very universe, and its name is... Title drop, Arceus. Perhaps you've already heard this name. Doesn't ring a bell whatsoever, assuming in canon. But that device you have, I was able to get a good look at it as if we were visiting the lakes. You say it's called an Arc phone, correct? I could swear that it has some sort of tie to Arceus. But now, let's discuss the fragments. They surely must be the plates. Yes, the very plates you collected as you went about quelling all the frenzied nobles. Haven't you noticed that they all have words carved on their backs? Go on, give them a read. You read the text engraved on the back of the first plate you obtained. The original one breathed alone before the universe came. This original one is none other than the Pokemon known as Arceus. So what do you say, Xander? I think we should try to gather all the plates. And I've got just the idea where to start our search. Join me in the heart of Grueling Grove. Is Gen 4 still the one that has the most overall legendaries? It was either that or 5, I believe. Just where are we? Ah, all the way up to the top, right? Let's get ourselves a bit of air mobility, shall we? Wait. There we go. I was heading 90 degrees off. And we'll probably land up here just fine. Oh! I mean, we're definitely capable of handling a Stantler at this point, so why not? Gliscor, we have a bigger problem here. Welcome, James. How are you doing this evening? We'll be working on the postgame, which I assume is just cleaning up all of the, drat. Cleaning up all of the remaining plates. That's new. In this case, I think it might be good if we used Bulldoze, which should probably be our strongest attack. Again. That's wild. Gliscor, you waste of oxygen. If you don't... Well, at least we get a bonus for seeing it use a move to pummel our favorite Scorpion with. Doing well, especially since you found another Hunter x Hunter reaction to binge. Love watching those. That happens to be one of the, favorite anime of one of my friends. Tried to get us to start watching it, and we watched the first few episodes, but our little, anime squad we got together ended up falling apart soon after. So we hadn't gotten back to it. Perfect setup. This should be good enough for... Heck! We might be able to get away with a Great Ball. I don't think we even need to use an Ultra here. Huzzah! Our choice of tea for tonight is peppermint, which might end up being the one I use for streams. Who does need XP out of our main squad? Aaron is furthest behind. Not by any measure of his capability, but just how much we've used him. It's pronounced Hunter x Hunter, I believe, right? I've seen way too many people call it, Hunter x Hunter, which I think is not the intended purpose. I think we have something similar with the, new Spy Family anime. X being used as a way to stylize the title, and not something you're supposed to pronounce. The X is silent, you could say. Could you imagine if I had to be called Ander? Ugh. Thank you, Ravieri. Now, Xander, according to my own investigations... What, an Alpha Vespiquen? Terribly sorry, Xander, but do you think you can handle it? It's gonna be like level 60, isn't it? Or possibly even worse. Gliscor should do okay, but might be a little bit behind. Luckily, I believe we have plenty of attack power we can use against it. Ice Fang will be super effective and is definitely our best bet. If I recall correctly... Ooh! There we go. Luckily, Gliscor has plenty of health to endure this. A shame we don't have one with Poison Heal. Wonder if there are more examples of aesthetic X's. Not immediately that I know of. Let's go ahead and toss out one of our Ultra Balls here. And welcome, Joshua. Good evening to you. We are going to be working on the post-game today. So close. Well, goodbye, Gliscor. Thank you very much for your contributions. Now, who has the best defense against presumably a lot of flying and bug-type attacks? That would be... We actually don't have any specific resists for this. Not out of the squad we currently are using. Aesthetic X's, I'm trying to think. Because I know I've seen it somewhere before. Another one ought to do it. Perfect. Well, that was quite the non sequitur. Don't know why we had a random Vespiquen, unless it's leading up to the specific legendary we're looking at. Ah, you obtained the stone plate. They couldn't come up with a rock type even though I think we had... I believe 2 rock types that we had to quell. Why did that alpha Pokemon have the plate we were looking for? Maybe it just happened to find the plate lying around. In any case, that's the only other plate that I had any information about, so that's that. And yet nothing seems to be happening, which makes me suspect there must still be more plates left out there for us to find. Not to worry, though. I know the perfect person to ask. She's bound to know about all the plates. Is it Kogita? The one and only Mistress Kogita, yes. You haven't had the chance to properly thank her for her help in obtaining the red chain. Am I right? All the more reason to pay her a visit. So, onward to the ancient retreat. Yes, let's go give Auntie a visit. First, I will grab a few accessories from the ground. Get a marginal amount of XP for Aaron here. And for James, who could also use the assistance. Ooh, and an Alpha Heracross too. Though we left our flying type stab behind. In any case... My weekend was great. We actually had a stream on Saturday. I'm not sure if you've noticed. I got the chance to, pick up with Pokemon Black 2, which I'd never had a chance to play, and I'd been looking forward to that for a very long time. Yesterday, I actually did the, chores I said I would do. Did a lot of cleaning up around the house, and it's a lot less dusty in here, so I can finally breathe. Accordingly, my performance should be a lot better on The Voice. I was dying during the latter half of our Saturday stream as I turned on the fan, which was a huge mistake. Turned out that blew a lot of dust around, and I was dying during the last little bits of our stream. Now, who rounds out the typing on our team best? Since we're not going to be going on a catching binge too much, I don't think we're actually going to need to use False Swipe. The alphas we're presumably going to encounter will end up having very high defense against our attacks regardless. Yesterday, you went bowling for the first time in a decade. I like the idea of bowling. I've never managed to enjoy it myself, which saddens me quite a bit. Every time I've gone out to do it, it just hasn't been fun. We don't have any 5th nickname Pokemon, I believe. Let's see, we have two ground types. We have a... no, we're actually pretty well rounded on our type coverage. Is there anything we're very, very weak to? We've got some pretty complementary resistances here. I don't think there's anything overlapping too much. Although a flying type resist would be nice. Which, funny enough, would appropriately be an electric type. You just like being with your friends and family. Indeed! Very good to be around the ones you love. Last couple of times I did I think I've only ever been bowling twice. Once was like 2 or 3 years ago, I believe. Didn't really enjoy that time either. We could put Gudra back in our squad. Still a very good, well-rounded thing to add to our, team. And with huge stats to complement our strategies. Really? James, you're even more powerful than our Gudra. Of course, that would be because of all the rocks you ate, I imagine. We still have room for one more Pokemon to name. Joshua, was there any position you wanted to have? I do believe you've been on here for many of the last streams. Found out the bowling alley has a massive arcade, which would probably be the reason I'd actually go to a bowling alley. I don't think I'd do much of the bowling itself. Did they have any good old Street Fighter games there? Only Usagi will remain more powerful. I like the hustle. Will become easier to catch if it eats one of those berries. So we probably will want to hold on to the Razes, just in case. We craft one. Ah, right, it was Vivi Chokes. That's what we needed. Craft a whole bunch of hyper potions. Hot take. Is anyone else tired of crafting systems in games? I've kind of grown tired of just having to gather a bunch of materials everywhere. It feels like a lot more tedium to add to a game. That's why I was looking at the inventory. Aaron, step up to the plate. Ah, training special attack which you don't use, so perhaps never mind. You also don't use special attack? Kayla could use quite a bit of assistance. And everyone appropriately is healed up. Not necessarily. I wanted to... I'm pretty sure we'll get a little bonus if we do. Your Pokemon catching efforts are quite clearly bearing fruit. How about a report then? Not that we've done too much, but catching Alpha should definitely... Yeah, that'll give us a pretty decent boost. I also think we're on the verge of our next level up, probably. Indeed! Ah! But we're barely not close enough. Welcome back, Mary. Or I assume welcome back. I do believe I've seen your name before. Correct me if I'm wrong. And welcome back, Sagittarius. Joshua, didn't get a chance to look at what they had, but you did spot a Space Invader machine with a set of turrets. Very interesting. You like some of the spawns in this game. Like, some of the specific areas where you find Pokemon, or I'm not sure what you're specifically referring to, Sagittarius. Let's go say hi to the auntie. like when Pokemon sometimes pop in. Perhaps I haven't been paying enough attention myself. What the? Hey, hey! Sorry, Streamer Cat was tearing up the blankets. Little rascal. Oh, lost one, it's miraculous what you've done. It seems the red chain served its purpose well, and you carried out your duty as you were bid. But what brings you here? Have you yet need of me? It's about the plates. Ah, yes, a tale whose origins lie a millennium or two ago. Those were the days of the ancient Sinnoh people, from whom I am descended across many generations, and presumably most of the other folk here. They still talk about tribes. These forebears of mine worshipped Arceus as the Pokemon that created the Hisui region. And I have heard of certain fragments, plates as they are called, that were given to the ancestors of Pokemon such as Kleavor and Weredeer. Is that all? I thought that surely you could tell us more about Arceus and the plates. I'm afraid I've nothing new to tell you. Why, the Diamond and Pearl clans would never have confused Dialga and Palkia with the creator, Arceus, had anything concrete been passed down. You're having trouble beating Volo. I had a feeling we'd fight someone who was basically the proxy for the Cynthia fight, and presumably they'd have a similar team. We haven't yet arrived there yet. I wonder when that's going to happen. Probably after the postgame. If only we had more to go on. The answers to these mysteries may even shed light on why Xander here fell from the sky. Aha, I see what you intend. Very well, I'll help as best as I can. There are still other tremendous Pokemon in Hisui, other mysteries to be resolved. Yeah, careful about the future stuff, Mary. Avoid spoilers wherever possible. Don't tell me about our future fights coming up. Although, it kind of was a given that we were gonna fight totally not Cynthia here. Whether they're connected to Arceus, I cannot say for certain, but in searching them out, perhaps you'll stumble upon the path you seek. Let me think. There are the Pokemon of the lakes, of course, and the Temple Giant, the Crescent Moon, the volcano, and perhaps you might even return to the very beginning. Now then, what would you hear of? Ah, do we have to go out and catch each and every one of them? I want to hear about Regigigas, the secret that lurks in Snow Point Temple. To find it, you must open the door that is sealed. Ah, so we have to tackle each and every one of these in any order, I would assume. What is the beginning? Indeed, a beginning for you, certainly. Where was it you first fell to earth here? Ah, let's pick up each and every one of them while we're here. Ah, yes, them you already know. Go give them your thanks for the red chain, and show them how strong you've become. There's a bar arcade you've been to that has a virtual fighter cabinet. Interesting. I think that's one of the fighting games I've never actually had a chance to play. Well, where could that be but Firespit Island? And finally, the Crescent Moon, Cresselia. Yes, the moon. You must go where you may meet the moon's gaze unobstructed. Does that clue illuminate your path? Well, make way for the Coronet Highlands for now. Her birth name is totally not Cynthia. Now then, I believe that's the end of what we have here. Yes, we are done inquiring the auntie. Very well, lost one. The rest depends on you and your efforts. It appears that the opening of the space-time rift compelled Pokemon that might otherwise have stayed hidden to come out and see what has befallen the world. I hope you succeed, for your own sake, and for that of the Pokédex you labor on. I knew we could rely on you, Mistress Kogita. That's more than enough information to work with. Now, let us find those plates. I think in the future, I might try to pace myself a little bit better. I start out stream speaking very wonderfully, but end up getting a little anxious and speed myself up over time. It's just as I had suspected. Pokemon are the key to our search, is it? Someone's apparently revving their engine outside. Pokemon are the key to our search, Xander. If we can gather all the plates from them and decipher the messages on the backs of the plates at last, perhaps we can meet Arceus itself. You should go search for the Pokemon that Kogita mentioned, Xander. I have my own avenues of research that I'd like to pursue. Arceus, creator of all Hisui. I truly can't wait to see what kind of Pokemon it might be. Well, it would probably look like the phone we've been carrying around. She looks like she would give you cookies and tea after your parents said no. She is a very sweet old lady. I admire her. Also, I have no idea if she's based off of any existing character, like most of our NPCs are. It doesn't seem so. She's not immediately reminding me of anyone else. I've had a message from Mistress Kogita. I'm told you're collecting plates of some sort at the Merchant Volo. Then we must go to Prelude Beach. Meet me there. Ah, so we do have an order then. Very well, let's be on our way. James, you can go ahead and lead the party, since you seem to be the most capable, on average. That's the strength you acquire from eating so many rocks. Hey, Teach, did you know your eyes are broke? Oh, wait. Oh my god! They're blinking alternately! What sort of settings did I mess with? Hold on. Thank you for alerting me. Give me a second. There should be a setting to synchronize blinking in here. Where on earth did it turn off? Oh my goodness! Thank you for informing me. Oh, that's terrifying. No, that is not an intended quirk. I tried to mess with a lot of the, rotation parameters because sometimes I zoom very far in and very far out. Where is it? Oh my god, the setting is on. I think it's actually... Hold on. Pan that further off screen so no one sees it. Let's just restart the program then, since it seems to be malfunctioning. That is awfully weird. And just in case, wipe off the glasses real quick. That is very bizarre. It was still set to synchronize blinking. Yeah. Open that back up. Oh, wow, what a record. I have used VTube Studio for 800 hours. I've been doing this a lot, haven't I? Suppose that's how it turns out when you end up using this for such a long time. Oh goodness. Was there recently glitched patch? Is that what's going on here? Okay, interesting. It was turned on when I had the program running, but when I turned it back on here, it was turned off. So I guess the setting must have slipped past us. Just a test. Yep, everything seems to be shipshape and back to normal. Let us continue. Thank you very much for informing me. I do keep the, OBS software on my second monitor over here. PNG Xander. That might happen. Well, that'll happen definitely when we, do more Noida streams in the future. Oh, was I locked in for a bit? No, we should still be good. Oftentimes, I don't get to look very specifically at my model, since that will be very far out the corner of my vision. That's on the right side of my peripheral, while I'm looking straight ahead into the monitor in front of me. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Sprint our way back to where it began. Really? I forgot about the little hut here. We hadn't been here in a very long time. Go ahead and grab one of these little ghosties. I also might want to focus a bit more on the actual breathing part, as I think that's what makes me end up getting nervous and stumbling over my words as the stream goes on. Prelude Beach. Indeed, a place of beginning. Now is not the time for words. Face me in battle. Sure. James should be prepared for anything that comes our way. Golem. This will be a cakewalk. Go ahead and start by raising those defensive stats. Haha! And I think we can afford to go all in. Let's go ahead and give him an agile hydro pump. How's that quadruple weakness doing for you? We do not have any potential type advantage here, but I do not want to swap someone else in to a problematic attack. Let's go ahead and start with... I didn't check. Is it your physical or your special attack that's higher? Check summary. Special attack by quite a bit. And Dragon Pulse, I believe, has a higher base power. Never mind. Really? They updated it to never miss. That's very different. Let's go ahead and drop a strong Dragon Pulse, since we will want to make sure we get that last little bit of damage. After all, no way on earth I want to fight a Heracross like that. I forgot, was switching free in this game? It felt like it's been kind of free the past few times. Ooh, oh dear. That wasn't even stab. Very well, Usagi can clean up the remainder. Just raise every stat at once, why don't you? And a Drain Punch should do just fine. That Gudra do be gooey, though. As you said. This is gonna hurt. Oh, and it was a critical hit. Alright. Do we have any rock? We do have rock-type attacks. More importantly, Aaron here would have very good ice attacks, which might be our best hope for damage. Use that speed to your advantage, Aaron. It's actually astonishing how much speed, Mamoswine has. It's quite a bit. It's okay, Usagi. You took out what was probably the strongest Pokemon on his team. I don't know what he'd have that would be more swole than a... yeah. Nothing more powerful than Snorlax, I'd say. Without your abilities, Clefable, you're a fairly unremarkable Pokemon. Until you do that. Really? Since when could that thing learn Water Pulse? That's unusual. We're out of super effective moves since Gudra has expired. You know who resists fairy types? Go get him, Z. Yes, we did just see him use Water Pulse, but we should be good just in case. Ah! We can sneak in 3 Agile Flamethrowers. I think I'll still go for an Agile Fire Blast. I don't think we want Clefable to do too many more setup moves. Of course, you fiend. And there we go. And a bit of extra DOT. Ninetales has incredibly high special defense, so that Water Pulse should not be a problem. And... be my guest. Or not. Z, I'm giving you a C for that one. James, please clean up for us. You know, we still have Quick Attack after all this time. I really think we can afford to get rid of it. Even frightful creatures like Pokemon can become powerful allies. Really? We only get XP for the ones that survive. Tell me then, what's the point of boss battles if... what's the point of boss battles if only the survivors live? You can't exactly make for challenging game design in that case. I'm doing quite well, Mary. Got a bit of chores done, and it is far less dusty in my room, which was making me suffer during our Saturday stream. Oh, Z, Clefable has very, very high special defense, We actually just didn't have a good type matchup against it. We should really put a poison move on someone, but I don't know who else could use it. We already had Goodger go down, who would have had the super effective steel moves versus Clefable. You've grown even stronger since we faced one another on Mount Coronet. It's clear you do not view Pokemon as dangerous enemies, but rather as trustworthy allies. Allies with whom you can reach great heights. Perhaps you are a divine being yourself, sent to bring us gifts from above. Here, you should have this. Oh, he was holding the fighting type one the entire time. When the very first of our Galaxy Expedition team, myself, Benny, and the others, set foot on Prelude Beach, we found that plate. It clearly held some kind of power, and so I've kept it safe all this time. I find it fitting that it should now end up with you, who likewise arrived here on the same beach. Perhaps something is guiding us. Indeed, it must be so. You and I, Adaman, Irida, it'd appear we are all being guided by the one called Almighty Sinnoh. It might be more appropriate to call this region the Sinnoh region. I know I've no right to say this, but we are truly fortunate to have been able to count you among the Survey Corps' ranks. If you had not joined us, we would have fallen on Mount Coronet. Oh, wait, fallen? Fallen? Does he mean failed? I guess it still works in this context, but I'm not entirely sure. We would have lost our home. We would have lost our future. Now then, carry on with your survey work. The knowledge that you collect about the wild Pokemon of this region will serve to illuminate our path forward as we walk into the future. One down, 5 more to go. 4 more to go. Yeah, he feels like a fool, or actually the word I'd use is tool. He is definitely quite the foolish Survey Corps leader. Why does Gudra look so sad? The Hisuian form just looks so miserable. I don't think Gumi looked that part. Let's go see if we can update a few moves on our team roster. Breathe that air. Unfortunately, it seems our character is out of oxygen. Let's see if we have any new moves available to the rest of us. Iron Head would be good, but would be a little redundant. Z doesn't get anything else special, do you? You do get Iron Tail, which would beat fairy types, but it has very low accuracy. Now that we know Calm Mind raises basically both your physical defense as well as your special defense, I think that might be a bit better to have on there than the redundancy of 2 fire-type moves. Kayla could probably use one more. You can learn Sludge Bomb! That serves to be very helpful then. Just in case we need to fight a few fairy types. Usagi, I think, is basically perfect as is. Oh! You also have potentially Poison Jab. Might even be better than Sleep Powder if we're using you for damage. I guess we don't need to focus on Sleep status effect for what is basically a damage dealer. You know, I don't think we actually have any advantage against psychic types. Let's go ahead and give James an extra move. And Gudra. Oh! You gain quite the selection, I see. Nothing new I see being too necessary. I guess it is sad because of that huge steel shell. That would be my best guess. Raises the user's action speed. Probably better than Blizzard. I think the rest of your moveset works just fine. Ground and Rock are an excellent offensive type combination, resisted by very few. You're perfect as is. James could use another move. Oh! You get Calm Mind as well. Actually, I think that would be better than Quick Attack or Shadow Ball. Ooh, close combat. Scarier than Drain Punch, and we don't necessarily need you to have bulk, we need you to KO enemies as quickly as possible. And then Poison Jab probably works in lieu of Sleep Powder. Careful about the spoilers, Mary. I guess we don't really need Mud Bomb quite as much anymore. It was fun while it lasted, but it's kind of a weird thing to rely on. Just the chance of having your opponent completely miss. And Swift could also afford to be replaced. Ooh! Wait, Nasty Plot versus Calm Mind. So yeah, since we don't get sharp status buffs, I think Nasty Plot is just strictly worse than Calm Mind then. Actually, Energy Ball would probably be better than Swift, just for the purpose of hitting, those very problematic ground and water types, which would give Z trouble. In Zolo's specific case, I already had a feeling we were gonna fight him. And we're better than at Mount Cornet. So, we're off to a few different places then. Why don't we handle them in order? So we'll need to pass by all of them, I believe. Do we have the chance to catch them? First Lake is down here in the Obsidian Fieldlands again. Look, Volo is literally modeled after the Sinnoh champion. It's pretty obvious we were going to have a fight. And for someone who seems so important to the plot, you can catch all of them. Indeed. Look at that. You can see the higher level of detail slowly peeking in. They don't hide it very well, do they? And swoosh on down. Pick up a Vivichoke, and we've had a couple of other plants back here. Oh, wait. Hello there, little guy. Do we do anything with him? Ho-ho! I wonder where the others could be. Oh, wow. Now we're all ready. I suppose that is appropriate. We are coming up on the end of our tea glass. Oh, you are explicitly going to try to fight us then? In that case, Z, I believe... You're not gonna bite, presumably. So, what if I dropped a little one of these guys down here? Does that still hide us, or does it only count if we... Nope, that is not going to help us whatsoever. A bit late to be using that for the first time, I'd say. A battling we will go, then. Z, put that special defense to work. Uh-oh. Ah, we're fine. Just fine. I think we'll be good for another attack. Ah, raise defense. That's going to be an issue. Something I didn't consider. Could we have just used Calm Mind again? Quite possibly. They are quite a higher level. It might be good to do some grinding against some of the tougher enemies we have around. If there were ever a time. Oh dear. This is going to be trouble. Steel still resists Psychic, I believe. So why don't we swap in Gudra? Indeed. Raise our defense a bit. Actually a lot, since it also serves to obscure. Yep, Gudra will do wonderfully for tanking here. Our weakest move would probably be Iron Head. Okay, no KO here. Ah, you fiend. Very well. Do it again, but this time with... Oh, interesting. Using different moves agile style seems to change the speed tier there. Anything to help tank. We might need to be here a while. I feel like they removed heal block as a move. That one wasn't used very often. Good. Let's hope we can get an extra turn squeezed out of Agile Ironhead, which unfortunately doesn't look like we will. Please don't recover. Of course. Very well, we'll continue. Yeah, I am trying to go for the catch here, Sagittarius. Ah, you absolute fiend. Maybe exhausting our power points isn't the best of ideas here. So we'll start using the regular versions of the move. After all, this is going to turn into a stall battle, it looks like. We just have to wait for Mesprit to run out. Not nearly strong enough. Indeed, we just have to wait it out. When the heck did they make Dragon Pulse not miss? Luckily, we're prepared. Ah, I think we did use the last of our maximum potions. So, Hyper it is. Which still will do the majority we need. I think Gudra might just end up being the MVP in these fights. Please, don't stall this out too long, Mesprit. I need to go get more tea. It's an endurance battle. Mesprit is trying to dehydrate us. Hopefully no unlucky crits soon. And a drum roll, please. Since this might actually not be that hard of a catch. We got close. That backed quite a wallop. Gudra still has the defense. Use another hyper potion. Let's see, Aself is the offensive one, which shouldn't give us nearly as much trouble. I don't know if Yushi will end up having a stall set like this. This might just be something we only have to deal with Mesprit. Exactly the thing I wanted to avoid was missing. Okay, we're holding out. Though we are getting low. maybe it is worth doing a little bit of level grinding on everyone. Or we literally could just pick up one of our legendaries that we won with. And that should make the rest of this actually much easier. Dialga would basically be a better version of Gudra, after all. You know what? Let's do exactly that when we return. I don't think it's necessary to keep Gudra kicking for too much longer. Especially since you've just run out of power points, and there we go. So, only Psychic and Swift attacks. Well, Psychic attacks plus Swift, so... Allegedly, if we had a Dark Ghost type, we'd be completely immune to any of their offensive tricks. Alright. I will want to compare stats just in case, because I don't want us to land a KO on Mesprit after all this time. We are looking at a neutral hit coming from 213 versus 246. We should be okay with the Dazzling Gleam. That shouldn't land a KO. Perfect. Marky with the defense. And drumroll, please. Close. I think it might have run out of recovers, since it hasn't healed itself yet. We're gonna need those Ultra Balls. So let's do a few Great Balls instead. We're getting close. Go ahead and give yourself back a few defensive stats. Maybe teaching rest to one of our Pokemon would actually be good for this. Even further, huh? We might actually just have to come back here later. Let's see. Usagi should have enough speed to compete. And if you can at least get off a victory dance, we should be good. Maybe Sleep Powder was a better choice. And please... we're so close. Ooh, that hurts. We might be at the point where an Ultra Ball would work. The Great Balls are getting close, so let's hope Ultra does something. We might have just had a bad roll of her. There we go. And done. Finally caught Mesprit after all that hassle. Alright. Let's go ahead and step out of this cave real quick. And for the moment, we will depart for a second, as I will have to go grab myself another glass of tea. So, I will see you all in a moment. Use this opportunity for a bathroom break or whatever else you might need. And we're ready to rock. So, we might want to take a stop and buy a few more Ultra Balls since it's going to be a bit of a hassle to catch the others. I can tell that one already. Touchdown here, soar back over the mountain. With that report, we might actually be good. Oh, wait. There's some crafting materials up here. And a few Pokemon to fight. We are looking for a few level ups after all. Luckily, I believe Aaron has a good matchup against everyone up here. But they're not going to offer us very much, are they? Oh, it's enough for a level up at least. They had changed the experience tables. This is going to be a lot easier than us trying to level up in Pokemon Black 2. Got to the point there where it would have been basically another 3 or 4 hours of grinding just to get a little bit more XP. Who still has their sights on us? Thank you very much for your time, Aaron. Oh! Still not quite enough here. Run it back. And someone still has their sights on us, but we will happily ignore them. Actually, we don't even need to be using Bravery, do we? We could have just teleported back with our Arc Phone, but a little bit of extra XP is always welcome. Go ahead and talk to our professor. And hopefully... we don't get any legendary specific bonuses, it looks like. And there we go. Let's head back to the village, get ourselves a bit of a rest, and get our level up. At that point, we should be able to craft Ultra Balls, I believe, and possibly max potions alongside it. Everyone has been restored to full HP. Alright, Silene, tell me what's on your mind. Do I get a pat on the back for my performance? You've made progress. It seems you have earned yourself a star. 6 out of 10. We are now a D- student, allegedly. We can now use Ultra Balls. Pokemon of up to level 80 will reliably obey us, and we'll get more generous rewards. 2 Iron Chunks and 2 Tumblestones. Shouldn't be that difficult at all. Citrus Berry and King's Leaf. We should be able to find both of those as we wander around. Oh, wait. Oh, that mouse is on my other screen. See, I saw this little guy wiggling around, but no, he was on my other screen. He was not obstructing your vision, which I can at least be happy about. Let's see, where were we crafting stuff? Over here. Luckily, we've had plenty of time to grab these supplies. We will be looking for a lot more iron chunks, but everything else we have plenty of. Let's see, what else? We might want to swap out Gudra for Dialga just to see the stat difference. Although Gudra might just be a lot more defensive of a Pokemon. And might even be the better choice. Especially since it should have the extra stats of being an alpha. Do we have a compare? We do not. 246 defense and low special defense. Honestly, similar stats. But significantly more HP and special attack. So I think you'll serve much better. And we'll be off to the move tutor. To get us a couple of different moves, we might just set up Dialga as a tank who can rest off their damage. If they had the defensive ability to cover for it. Next, I think we can deal with Yoshi. Oh! You get new moves per rank. I think we've already perfected most of everyone else's moveset, so here... Oh, you can get Bulk Up. That already puts you ahead of, yeah. That already puts you ahead of, Gudra. Steel Beam. Interesting, I haven't heard of that move before. Welcome back, Decursion. Let's try to get some things that have good power and accuracy. Iron Head would work. Oof! Ow! My wallet! And then, with a little 1-2... Let's see. Bulk Up is definitely necessary. Oh, we don't even need Iron Head because you had Flash Cannon, so that is kind of a waste then. No, wait. Bulk Up instead of Earth Power, and Rest instead of Iron Tail. And there we go! Steel Beam was one of the new moves from Sword and Shield. I like the aesthetics! It's a special attacking move that has recoil, which we don't see nearly enough of. An empty wallet is just part of the bag-in training regime. Indeed. I think we can buy one more pocket slot from him. It could mean the difference between life and death, you know. Ah, look at him. He's got his little Wurmple. Baggin, Lord of Pockets. Assist me, please. Ugh. We couldn't even afford another upgrade if we tried. I like how he sends... I like how he says that to us as if he hasn't mooched off like 50,000 Poké-Dollars in his time. One item could mean the difference between life and death. Now, since we know what to expect, level 70 from each of them, wow. Not to mention the fact that we'd have to deal with Regigigas and Heatran on top of it. Or isn't it pronounced like Heatran? Something like that. Little weird. And we're off. Oh, I didn't let you fly high enough, did I? Oh, never mind, we did. While we're here, we can look at Regigigas. Oh, Heatran actually has the plate we need for Regigigas. Are we concerned with Yoshi then? Let's just head there first. Oh, we also probably could have fast traveled up to a camp. Cannot do Regigigas before Heat Run. Well, thank you for that. Let's actually reprioritize ourselves, and then while we're up here, we can try to do both Regigigas and Heat Run at the same time. I mean, not, Heat Run. Regigigas and Yushi at the same time. So, over to Fire Spit Island we go. Another swig of tea. Just a heads up, we need a lot of balls of mud. Interesting. That festival attended by everyone in the clans and Galaxy team alike. Oh, it was wonderful. Being able to spend time with Iskon in front of everyone was like a dream come true. Xander, Lena, I'm sorry, Paulina here, has something she wants to discuss with you. That's right. You should also hear this, Irida. It seems something is once again very much amiss on Firespit Island. Oh, Firespit Island? Oh dear, you seem reluctant to get involved. It's just very hot there. My, you speak in such disparaging terms of the seat that my lord Arcanine calls home. And to think, you call yourself our leader, Irida? No, Lena, I didn't... Oh, stop with that silly old nickname in front of others, won't you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just an old habit. Well, anyway, you heard her. Please get to Firespit Island so we can resolve this. Truly, please hurry. I might melt out there. Balls of mud, where are we finding that? I don't think that's something we can craft. I think that's just something we gather, correct? And we've actually thrown away a lot of the ones we found. Since I didn't think they'd be specifically useful. We only have 4. Quantify plenty for me, will you? Hopefully not too many. Here, James. Enjoy yourself a few delicious rocks. There we go. And with 7 extra slots to spare. Let's see, what else are we looking for? Yeah, we only have a few more of those. I wonder if our Pokédex will actually tell us who could give us balls of mud. Or who we think would have them. We'll just go take a dive in and see just how many we might need. Not much grinding we could do on the way there either. Mud will be provided, but it doesn't hurt to have extra. Well, let's go ahead and take ourselves a risky little dive. If we happen to be wrong, then that just makes the game harder, like what I appreciate. Help me out here, Aaron. Oh! How good's the Drapion? Actually, we might have to deal with the other small fry first. There we go. We're in a multi-battle again. Quick run before you get yourself too hurt, Aaron. We will have to deal with all the other small fry first. Actually... Oh wait, we have tall grass right here. Let's get ourselves a little bit creative. We're still hidden, right? Oh! Well, that was easy. Quite remarkably so. Actually, while we're here... never mind, they spotted us. And they're furious. Kinda funny how much flight makes everything else obsolete. Although it might be faster to just gallop up this hill. Yeah, that does feel a little bit faster, since we don't have to worry about going directly upwards. And a bonus Stardust. And Iron Chunks, which is good. Thank you, Z. Being awfully helpful today. I raise your grade to a B. It's kind of hard remembering where all these buttons are on a Joy-Con. I normally use my Pro Controller. You know what? I'll actually charge that up for our next Switch streams. Oh, by the way, I have only one decision to make on our schedule this week. Or, really, technically I have more, but... For those of you who are here, make your decision now. Do we want Kirby or Outer Wilds tomorrow? I was really in the mood to play Outer Wilds, so I was thinking about swapping it with the Kirby spot. We can do Kirby on Thursday, and then Outer Wilds tomorrow. Unless anyone else here has a schedule they cannot make, or, any sort of preference of their own. Ah, we can't just fly over the lava. Okay, fine. We have a 1 vote for Kirby. Ah, not gonna let me dive anymore. It seems Arcanine has settled into his role as Lord quite nicely. He's learned how to control his frenzied might and can use it in battle as well, at will. Still, I'm sure you two could learn much from each other. What would you like to do? Ah, we can have a rematch. Actually, that would be a great way to farm some XP, I believe. Let's actually do just that. First of all, we will save just in case. Let's see. I can't remember who you used. Aaron is likely to have the best type matchup here. Oh, wait. I forgot. We have to explicitly talk to you first. Let's... Actually, never mind. Again, because I'd like to use our healing item first. And start with a hyper potion. And do it again. Ah, I thought that would have been battling her. I didn't think that was going to be fighting the actual noble. In that case, let's just do it again. We do have the ground type matchup here. Twice over, essentially. And I'll have to remember this entire process over again. go ahead and dodge these. I wonder if we'll get a good amount of XP from it. Oh wait, never mind. That's right, we actually had to do that before a certain threshold. Now, head on in there, Aaron. Ah, they have raised to level 70. So, we are in trouble. Maybe this was a bad idea. We'll try Kayla, and if that doesn't work, then I think we can afford to reset. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Let's actually... Ah, you know what? We'll let it run out. It might actually be longer just to outright reset. Okay, so yeah, we have to stay out of the center now. You know, we can actually just do this without the Pokemon battles then. Let's actually go ahead and pop a revive on Aaron, since I think we should still be able to get the XP from it, right? Yeah, we don't even have to do a battle here whatsoever. What is our solution here? I mean, technically, we should have died there. Alright, not our concern then. That's... Ah, that does restore everyone. So, let's just not deal with that then. Hit him or die, but could we have gone through the center? I don't think we had, I don't think we could have gone through the center there, so were we supposed to lob them all the way over, or fire walk with me? Hello, Xander. Thank you for coming so far out of your way. Warden Iskan, wasn't Lena joining us? Oh, yes, about that. It seems she wanted some time with her lord, so she's asked us to check the Lava Dome Sanctum. Without her. What? The nerve of... She knows I can't stand sweltering places like this. I'm sure she meant no ill will. The Warden of the Lord of the Isles is a kind, gentle soul. If you don't have the HP, you just die, options provided. That's not right. But, understood. I suppose we're only allowed a certain number of mistakes then. Anyway, shall we go? Might as well get this over with. We probably do need to do a bit of level grinding, but I like the challenge. The big boy, and one of my personal favorites. You all know how much I love steel types, and for such a ridiculous steel type as this one... Wait, can we... We cannot save while we're in here. So, dive our way back out, and no, we are stuck. Wait. That's how you lost your first attempt, because you got into A situation you just couldn't deal with. Like, physically. Alright, let's try this again, but lead with our strongest fire and steel type counter. It's our boy. Oh, he's outright protected. So that's what we need. Oh, it's homing. He just kind of cha-cha slides toward us. Okay, we have an idea now. Can we fast travel, or... We can. Well, not that difficult at all, then. Though I guess there's not much of a point in saving if we end up in trouble. That's just gonna be if we accidentally KO the monster. Alright, keep the lock on. Looks like we can't pick up things on the ground while we're locked on, so let's focus on this. Yeah, that one's gonna chase after us. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. I like it. Come on, lock onto him. I guess, yeah, rotate the other direction. I'll have to think about this one a bit. Yeah, that delay is horrible. Alright, so we'll need more balls of mud, and I guess we just keep chucking them at him. We can't lock on from the other side of the arena, it looks like. So we'll just have to, I guess, alternate running around and then trying again when we get close. Alright, Kayla. Handle him. Ooh, dear. This should deal a significant amount, but shouldn't amount to a KO. Excellent. Maybe Earth Power on Dialga would have been better then. I imagine we'll need a few of these. Ah, he brought Earth Power to the table. But we'll do just fine without them. Or that might be a KO. Wow. So we need to resist ground and dark. James won't be able to have any offensive damage here, but probably resists everything he could pull out. Pop a Calm Mind in there. And just to check, Though that's probably nowhere near what we need. Indeed. Oh, wait. Never mind. That was, very easy. I guess we got lucky then. Alright, posture check. At least the heat's let up a bit. True, James, but did we see him use flash cannon yet? No. We've seen him use crunch and earth power. When... hold on. You know, I'm looking this one up immediately. Because I'm willing to go for the hard read here. Pokemon Legends Arceus Heat Run. I'm just seeing the usual guides. Do any of them describe his moveset? No, I'd have to go to an actual website like Bulba Garden or Cerebi for this. Also, we didn't really have very many good other options, James. Let's see. Missions? He does know Iron Head, though. My apologies. Yes, I did put you in trouble there, James. I'm sorry. I just hadn't seen him use a Steel-type attack yet. With both Arcanine and Heatran spewing flames about on a volcanic island, it certainly does get a bit toasty. Warden Iskan, I have to ask, do you think there was any need at all for me to be here? Well, yes, of course there was. After all, you are the leader of the Pearl Clan, and this trouble cropped up right around the seat of one of your clan's nobles, so, yes, it was surely best for you to come see it. Admirable of you to look after your clan's affairs. Do you really think so? I was wondering if it might not be revenge for all the times I pushed Lena to train her Growlithe harder. That's surely not the case. Even if Warden Paulina may have mentioned something about the need for, tough love. I thought so, to think. She was so patient and kind with Growlithe, but when it comes to me... Well, Xander, you did great. Well, just head back ahead of you, then. Get on your way out of here, you rascals. Based on, yeah, 3 more plates. And swoosh our way right out of here. Let's see, we can probably craft a few more Ultra Balls since we did pick up a few iron chunks. Yeah, it was over in a flash, Sagittarius. It was literally the first Ultra Ball we chucked. And here he is. Okay, his defensive stats are a lot more balanced, actually. And he does have an exceptional defensive typing. I don't think anyone else actually has any ground-type moves, out of the few we're still looking for. Dialga, to the backbench you go again. Ha 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 ha. And you do have a good type matchup against most of the other guys we're fighting. In that case... we might as well. Two new findings. Bonus points for a backstrike. Let's return to the village, and we'll head to a different space. This time I think we can go ahead and head straight back up north, and do a 2-for-1 with catching Yushi and, Regigigas. First, the presumably easier psychic type. Regigigas might be difficult to deal with. And since it would be... wrong button again. Much easier to just warp up there. Let's do exactly that. Now we well... that would be flying. It doesn't seem legendary design-wise. And you might even be able to argue that it technically isn't. It might be one of those weird Pokemon like, from the same generation, Manaphy. That's legendary kind of on a technicality. After all, Heatran does appear as both a male or female gender. And presumably there's more than one in that case. Which I guess we might be past the point that we consider, legendary exclusively... I'm gonna need more tea. We might be past the point in which we consider legendary Pokemon exclusively to be things that happen only once. After all, a lot of the movies and some of the more recent games have seemed to imply that there could be multiples of each of the legendary Pokemon. Like the fact that you'd go to the, oh, what is it? The Ultra Worlds in, like, Pokemon Sun and Moon 2, and find a lot of the other Pokemon out there. First things first. You're going to have far more defensive power. Luckily, Heatran doesn't really care. Finally, someone on your level. Indeed, 2 crunches should do just the job. Although if this one also has healing moves, we might be in trouble. Hopefully this one should be much easier. Heatran to me always just seemed like just a fiery Metagross. Very similar in design and definitely not worthy of legendary status, but it does have the design of... you could actually even think of him like a pseudo-legendary, just with how fearsome his appearance is. After all, I did say he is a kind of Metagross-esque design, being a really big steel tank on 4 legs. So I think it is worthy of the high stats that it earns, given that it's basically a volcano. Well, guess Mesprit was the hardest one there. Or technically Heatran, since we did lose twice. Over to the temple we go. But what are we supposed to do here, I wonder? After this we just have Azelf and Cresselia, I believe. I keep forgetting, they're swapping around the buttons every single time I switch on whatever I'm writing. I've left more time for the vote up on Twitter, but so far it looks like everyone's come to basically an 80% majority saying we should move to Twitch and set up shop there, which I'm happy to begin. I really don't want to have to deal with all of you right now. This should be a cakewalk. Fine, I'll take a little spot of experience. Really? You still want to attack Aaron after all that? Yeah, that was an entirely unremarkable bit of experience. So, in the coming weeks, probably it might be at the end of this one or right after the anniversary. I believe I will be putting up, or getting that Twitch affiliate status, and then subsequently doing a lot more Noida streams, since we could do a lot more integration alongside it. There are some mods that only let me do things if I have, say, channel point rewards. I don't even know what we're doing here. Do we have a local map of the inside? It seems not. We'll figure something out. Wait, that's right! There was the huge chamber at the bottom center. We also never caught a Ralts or Curlia. And Gallade here is level 70, which... probably... Fighting and Psychic, yeah. That very easily beats the, very easily beats Heatran. Can we just warp out of here? We can! Hopefully we can take a rest here real quick. Doesn't look like there's any tents open. Ah, further up here. Alright, back to camp, and then we turn right back around. Just a little while, and then we can probably just get there straight from the, Pearl encampment. Since I think it's at the bottom where we're looking. Yeah, open the door to the lower floors. So presumably that's also near the bottom then, right? Ah, we're gonna have to sneasler our way up there. I guess just head straight for the do the side quest here. Which one? Which one are we looking for, Sagittarius? The one from Irida. Makes sense? That would have been my first guess. I did see the icon over her. I will accept your recommendation. Let's go ahead and go on with it. Hello, Xander. I was just about to go find you and tell you about this precious, incredibly precious thing I found. Is it a VTuber? Me? Are you curious? Tantalized? Ah, if you say so. Oh, come on! It's a treasure! If you don't take it now, those bandit sisters might get it first. But anyway, before I show you, can you guess what I want to do? You looking for a battle? Yes, exactly! I want to be able to achieve feats like yours, like what you did atop Mount Cornet. Now, give me one moment. I need to center myself. How can she dress like that out here? Well, if my knowledge of Elder Scrolls helps me here. It's not visible due to the lack of graphical capabilities that the Switch has. But from the jokes I heard about the Nordic stand-ins in Elder Scrolls, allegedly the people born up here must be as hairy as a bear. Fun fact, there was or still is a glitch that arises from running in circles around Irida. It makes the tents distort. Interesting. Hopefully that still works after the fact. Ah, Aaron, this is going to be a little bit difficult. Oh, never mind. Z could use the experience just as well. Try it after beating Irida. Will do. Z should have just the stats to not have to worry about any of you. Well, actually, we could look that one up. While our turns are going, I'm gonna open up my web browser. This Arceus tent glitch. Quickly sneak in a agile flamethrower right here. It does not say which direction matters. Oh dear! Hopefully you'll be okay, Z. Nope, that attack buff is hitting hard. Or attack debuff, I might say. You know, we could probably just save those for the potions instead. Never mind then, Z. I guess this isn't going to work. Oh, wow! Wait, you're like level 30. That makes no sense whatsoever. Ah, I forget you don't have your signature ability. That's a shame. Z does need the experience. Do we... Ah, I think we ran out of revives. One down, two to go. A shame that we also don't get experience until after the battle either. Yeah, Espeon's actually being kind of scary. But Flareon is a bigger problem here. And then the final bit of the winning matchup. Entire fight was a cakewalk for Heatran. Sadly, Z will not get the spoils of war. Indeed. Although James and Aaron needed it more than anyone else. I wonder, Xander, are there people even stronger than you out in the world with Pokemon stronger than yours? I'll just have to find out for myself, I suppose. Here, the treasure I promised you. Oh! It's the one for Palkia. I was told this once belonged to the Pearl Clan. It's somehow connected to Almighty to Mighty Palkia, I mean. And since Mighty Palkia is with you now, I'll entrust the lustrous globe to you too. Thank you, Xander, for everything. You're gonna get frostbite out here like that. Don't see anything yet. Is it these tents or is it something else? Hold on. You have to be facing one of the tents in front of her. Nothing from clockwise. Hold on, let me look this one up. Oh, wait. I keep thinking that's going to be the pause button. It is not the pause button. Let me look this one up. Okay, so in the video you just immediately run a very tight circle clockwise in the original video. Yeah, it looks like they patched this one out. Oh, wait, no, it's going. It's going. It's happening. Why? Man's turning into one of those, frilled lizards right there. Okay, yeah, it does look like you have to do full circles. Aha! Makes, perfect sense. Ah, it stopped. But you did see it. Alright, head our way back to camp, heal up, and return here. What a weird glitch. I don't think that one makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, it is. And pretty harmless, too. In a lot of the, older games I played, back when I was a little sprout with so much time to spare, I'd actually try to go glitch hunting as much as possible. one of the games I mentioned, the one that competes with Dead Cells for being my all-time favorite, MechWarrior 3, I mentioned. I've gone back and tried to play it with some regular gameplay, and so far haven't found any glitches. But I remember finding quite a few when I was little. Thought it was the tens, but you can't imagine what causes it. My guess, it might have something to do with, Irida's code to make your head look towards you. And I think that might just have some, other facial or model morphs that it messes with. We are about halfway through, Chim. Welcome back. We are currently focusing on... so we were supposed to enter from up here. We've caught Mesprit, we've caught Yushi, and we have, Heatrun. So now we're working on Regigigas, Azelf, and, Cresselia. God. Am I really that out of touch with Pokemon that I'm that far behind on remembering everything? Go ahead and get our boy Aaron a little bit of EXP here. Actually, a strong one should do it. Attaboy. So it should be just around the corner then. And Aaron, welcome. You just happened to annihilate yourself a Bronzong. We're about halfway through the plate quest right now. So you did get to see it. Welcome, Aaron. I recognize that formation of 6 dots on the chest. And the 7 for the Braille eyes? Oh, wouldn't have expected to run into you up here, Xander. What are you up to? You're here to try and find the secrets lurking in Snowpoint Temple, aren't you? That's what my clairvoyance told me. You absolute goofball's been playing too much Psychonauts. You do tend to get mixed up in all kinds of strange goings-on, Xander. This door here, well, they say behind it sleeps a Pokemon so great, it could tow around the entirety of the continents that lie to the south. No matter what we do, this door just won't seem to open. Are we gonna have to catch the Reggies too, or do we just need their typing? No, wait, we need their plates, right? Indeed, the stone plate, iron plate, and icicle plate, which we all have grabbed, are reacting to the door. Since we do not have the Reggies themselves. Oh. No, wait. Okay, it's below. I was worried we'd have to talk to those losers again. Presumably, the way to go is down. I wonder if this is actually kind of a, copied layout from, the actual temple in Diamond and Pearl. I did not say you had permission to do that. I don't even care about catching Glalie. Take that, you filthy hockey mask. Sabi's kind of a weirdo, Sagittarius. Like, a really big weirdo. Though she does have Big Bean energy. She definitely does appear to be of the precious sort. Although she did lead us on a wild goose chase. Wonder how long it's been since that Glalie Splodine seen sunlight. For some reason, we aren't completely in the dark down here, so there has to be something helping. Swap out. We have a very good overall matchup versus steel types. And that is the end of that pot of tea. I will have to grab me a little bit more after this. Not much EXP, but they will be trying to stab us in the back if we let them get away with it. Lightning indoors bothers you endlessly in these games. I actually have the same opinion of, oh, what was it? I've been playing some Elder Scrolls games lately, and funny enough, I ended up in a lot of situations where, there were caves that allegedly shouldn't have been opened in centuries. Yet, for some reason, someone is keeping up with lighting all the torches inside. Yeah. I think that's just absolutely insulting. Aaron. Oh wait, no. None for you. Kayla needs a bit of a boost. Indeed, magic everlasting torches. Go ahead and do an emergency save here, just in case. And I will actually grab another glass of tea right on the hour, as usual. So, give me a couple of minutes here. Although really, I might just need like one. I'll be quick this time. And yes, I did unmute my mic. And they just appeared there, okay? What in time is that thing? It's colossal. Sure seems to be a Pokemon, but let's see what my clairvoyance has to say. Yep, definitely a Pokemon. My clairvoyance showed me a vision of it in motion. I mean, technically he's in motion all the way back there. He's just being a little, sluggish. Boy's having trouble getting a bit of a start here. Really? That's the noise it makes. Zoot zoot. Let's beat him up then. This is actually a very bad idea not getting a start with a fighting type. Usagi, do your thing. Actually, using close combat might be a KO. Let's try to go for a weaker Leaf Blade, even though that also has a chance of, popping out with a critical hit. Yeah, close combat would have KO'd. Thank you for the start, Usagi. Steel resists normal, so... Use your head. And do it again. Then... No, I think that's slow enough to actually go ahead and throw an Ultra Ball. 1, 2, 3, yeet. Oh. That was honestly kind of anticlimactic. Though this isn't a climax, is it? Regigigas is just one of 2 more Pokemon we need. The Blank Plate. That's new. Arceus never got that before. Now that was one solid Pokemon, like a giant born of the very earth. I guess this is part of your job with the Survey Corps, huh? What kind of Pokemon is the one you just caught, Xander? I can't wait to see in the Pokédex when it's done. Yeah, I'm pretty curious to read everything Mr. Professor writes up, too. See you, Xander. We should do another chase sometime. Let's not. It's freezing out there. Come to think of it, it's freezing in here, too. Only 2 remain. And teleport our little way out of here. It's interesting how much Heatran relies on that flash fire. Otherwise, fire would actually do pretty well against him, like other fire types. Would resist both of his stabs, although they might have trouble if he uses earth power. Ah, right, fine. I keep forgetting this every single time. Is the Pokédex peer-reviewed? I mean, technically, since we are showing it to Laventon here, that would be a peer to review it. Presumably, we also get information shared with every other member of the Survey Corps. While we might be a trailblazer of choice ourselves. Really? What the? Oh, it's an Onyx outbreak. Okay. I was confused for a moment why he was peering at us from the center of the map. Even if we are the chief trailblazer, presumably we'd have to double check and verify any information we collect, along with the other members. Yeah, just like James says. The only actually scientific Pokédex. Whoop. Mm-hmm. Easy does it. Are we heading up there, or... Actually, let me grab these couple little items here. And a 1. And a 2. Why not? We'll need a lot of these anyway. Alright, James, go eat yourself a rock. And another one while we're here. While we're at it. I didn't even check my map. We are going in somewhat the right direction. We will need another little hop over here, and there we are. Off in the distance. Please fly straight, you dumb bird. There he is, gazing at the lake again. We already spoke with him, though. I don't think he has... Yeah. He doesn't have any other special quests for us. In fact, we don't even have a special quest for Basculation, since we can just hop over here like this. And dive straight down. Now for probably the roughest fight. And this time, I'll remember to save. Oh, right. We have to manually enter. I was hoping to do something cute there. Behold, the angry Azelf. It probably suffers KO if we crunch from the start. So a standard Iron Head should do enough. Ah, we'll need 2. And if you're not packing Recover like Mesprit was, this should be a cakewalk. Drum roll, please. Yeah, it seems like Mesprit's the only one that's actually going to give us any trouble. That gives us the Draco plate, interestingly enough. So I think that only leaves us with Chryselia's. Imagine if it packed self-destruct. Has there ever been a legendary knowing self-destruct that you've had to, fight? I know, Azelf usually packed Explosion back in the competitive days when Explosion was more viable. Coronet Highlands. Mesrit was kind of like, the Rayquaza battle, which I'm sure all of you remember. Maybe not so fondly. I don't know if they changed it for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but back in the original RSE, he had rest. So it was really a long fight to keep him down there with low enough health. And we'll have to talk to the professor regardless. Oh, right. We caught the unknown. I think I actually mentioned it earlier in this stream. Not this specific one, but one of the very first streams we had with this game. The first shiny I found was in Pokemon Diamond, and it was a shiny Golduck in the Safari Zone. In the Safari Zone. I threw one ball, it failed, and he ran away. And I was a very, very sad tiny Xander. Oh yeah, that was right. You needed to catch it for Delta episode's finale. They did change it up. God, can you believe it was? I think it would have been about 5 years ago at this point. And already I'm having trouble remembering it. Yeah, I found my second shiny as a shiny Budew in an egg. In a heart gold. Yeah, heart gold. So it wasn't long before I had another. We're in the right spot, I believe. Yeah. Oh, great. Of course, this is the last one we deal with. Since it has the most difficult person for us to deal with. Yeah, that I specifically remember. Just because I was blown away by the fact that we could actually, get Deoxys no longer as an event Pokemon. I don't suppose a grunt like you would even know, but I guess it behooves me to ask. Do you know the Pokemon called Cresselia? Of course I do. Well, I figured you'd know. I wouldn't expect any less from someone who managed to defeat me, even if it was just a fluke. Cresselia is said to be the very embodiment of the crescent moon. Her feathers are called lunar feathers, and legend says that if you hold one as you fall asleep, you'll be visited with wondrous dreams. That reminds me, I need to get back on track for my lucid dreaming practice. Well, I call her a nightmare, that pesky Cresselia. She's descended upon Moonview Arena and caused my lord to hide itself away. I'm so worried about Electra that I can't even sleep, never mind dream. I think you might, think you might be able to catch Cresselia and perhaps even claim one of those lunar feathers. Oh, do catch that pesky flying croissant! Do it for my poor Electrode. Though I suppose Cresselia can't be all bad if she at least recognizes the perfection of the arena looked after with loving care by the great blah 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 blah-diddy blah-diddy blah blah blah. 20-hit blah combo. Oh, she's just literally sitting here. Alright. Oh, she's immediately trying to murder us. You kidding? There we go. Now, Cresselia has exceptional defensive stats, so a crunch should do plenty of damage, but not result in a KO. And we'll use that to gauge just how much damage we need to follow up with. Another Agile crunch, and we should be in business. Agile will not mess with those speed tables whatsoever. Can we get a combo first ball thrown again? After all, this is kind of a post-game thing more than it is like a bonus thing. After all, we're having to catch all of these. So it's no wonder they made it more difficult. Second one. Done well enough. Really, that's where we get the dark one. That's foreshadowing, after all. Well, well, this is unexpected. Instead of a lunar feather, you got some kind of a plate. I do feel power emanating from it, though. In any case, if Cresselia did not gift us with any of her feathers, then I suppose she thought we had no need for them. As long as Melly doesn't... Not bad at all, Grunt, though I suppose anyone with enough luck to beat the great Melly should be able to handle at least that much. Thinking about it, a halfway competent person like you might actually make a decent sparring partner to help my lord and I grow stronger still. To quote Sagittarius, you can bite me. That's your homework. I will go back to the settlement and tell the others about the feathers that we didn't get. Amen. So we're back to speak to the old auntie, I believe. There's still a ghost plate, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's organize it like that and do a bit of math instead. We have 16. So we are only missing the ghost plate. Or a fairy plate. Was it 18 types after they added fairy, I believe? That's probably it. So there's a fairy one, which might just be one that's handed to us, and then I'm very nervous about the implications of a ghost plate remaining. Because there's one special legendary we have yet to encounter. No. Oh, can we literally not leave until we do? Fine. Can I skip this? Can I please just skip this? We're heading to Turnback Cave, aren't we? That's one place we haven't yet made it into. Aww. Sea slug outbreak. Ancient retreat. Ancient retreat. I wonder where this corresponds to in the Sinnoh region. Oh dear. Everyone's building up suspense. So I guess... You know what? Let's put James on point this time. I have a bit of time before shit hits the fan. Well, I await with eager anticipation. Here you are again. Have you collected all the plates? Be prepared for a tough fight. We've kind of had them tough so far. Of course. Xander is a famed member of the Survey Corps, after all. So, what more can you tell us? We're so close now. You must know more about the plates. If there's yet more you want to know, kindly bring me wood. 3 logs will do. I think we have enough unless we actually shape them together. Wood? So you're saying wood is somehow tied to the plates? Well, I suppose that's what we get to learn next. Hop to it, Xander. Oh, but this coming fight is notorious. It's gonna begin. It's the Volo fight, isn't it? I eagerly wait with idiotic, probably getting the guess wrong anticipation. While it shames me to admit it, merchant that I am, I'm quite out of wood in my stores just now. Yep, I eagerly await, Sagittarius. I thought wait, no, we had them in our, storage box. So if we can access them from here... yeah, we can take all of them. It's not illegal to carry around a log now, is it? Have you gathered the 3 logs I requested, Lost One? It sounds kind of illegal, you won't lie. It is suspect, indeed. But it's not illegal. Oh, this certainly ought to do. Now, the moment comes at last. The big reveal. What, pray tell, is the secret behind this wood? Oh, I just needed a campfire. Secret? Your expectations need tempering, I fear. This wood is merely for fashioning myself new cutting boards. That was close. Cutting boards? You mean for cooking? The plates we're after aren't dinner plates, so this is hardly the time for cooking. How you complain for one shirking his own work this very moment. Poor Ginter of the Ginkgo Guild must have his hands full with you. But honest work rewards honest pay. Here you are, Xander. A reward for the wood you've brought me. Haha, I told you it would be fairy. That's one of the plates we were looking for! Apologies. That's indeed one of the plates that we've been searching for. What do you mean, a plate? Let me see that again. This does rather look like one of the plates you've been tracking down. While the engravings upon it made less than accommodating as a cutting board. Okay, that's the first time this game's actually been funny. Whatever ingredients crossed it certainly gained a more pleasant flavor. Perhaps that was the board's power. The plate's power, rather. Well, no more need saying. What do you two intend to do now? Well, we've managed to collect quite a lot of plates by now, but I still don't know what we're to do with them exactly. It's just a hunch, but perhaps we should have a look around the Celestica ruins. Those ruins contain statues of both Dialga and Palkia. They might hold more secrets. I see. A fine pretext to continue shirking your mercantile duties, to crawl about in old ruins as you so enjoy. On with you, then. I don't need you to tell me. I'm going. The Celestica ruins, Xander. I'll see you there. Go on now. To the Celestica ruins. I'm curious myself what you'll find there. What can we, who live now, learn from the remains of our ancient myths and legends? I'm hyped. This is the Volo fight, isn't it? Not necessarily that I want to return to Jubilife Village, but you don't exactly let me route back to Mount Cornet, do you? Um, Mountain Camp, I believe, should be the closest. Especially with that loading screen. I keep missing my buttons around. There it is. So we were at the wrong area. Pro tip, bring plenty of revives and any max revives. Oh dear. Well, we don't exactly have the medicinal leeks to use for it. If this turns out to be too much of a hassle, we might actually have to split up the stream. So, regardless, you will have an opportunity to watch me suffer. At least for a little while longer. Thank you, my good man. We don't care about all the Pokemon around here whatsoever. Have a look at this, Xander. This statue has been kept here, far from the statues of Dialga and Palkia. Broken and shattered, and yet it remains. Do you know what it is? Oh? You're the greatest wielder Pokemon this land knows. The one who could bring low even Dialga and Palkia. But it seems certain things are beyond even your grasp. This crumbling stone once was the figure of a Pokemon. One that it's Giratina's legs. I refuse to pronounce it Giratina. That just makes it sound dainty and pretty, which Giratina certainly is not. One that was both equal to Dialga and Palkia, yet banished from our world. The great Pokemon Giratina. It was banished for its violence, left to dwell in a world on the reverse side of our own. It is a being that has lain in wait for the chance to bare its fangs in defiance, and tear down Arceus itself. Now, tell me, if this Giratina desires more than anything else to challenge almighty Arceus, where do you think it might appear? Exactly. Where is one closer to the heavens than any other place in Hisui? And where the space-time rift first opened? I can feel it. We are getting closer to uncovering the secrets of this world. I dare... Should that have been a laugh of excitement or an evil laugh? I dare say the excitement is loosening my lips more than it should, but... You see, ever since I was young, whenever I met with something painful or heartbreaking, I couldn't help but wonder why life was so unfair, why I was cursed to live through such things. Of course, I imagine we all go through something like that. Eventually, I chose to direct all my energy into my own natural curiosity and ambition. And what tickled my curiosity more strongly than anything else were the mysteries to be found in legends, in history, in ruins. You see, I fancied that by unraveling these mysteries, I could find out how the world itself came to be, and with that knowledge, maybe even forge a new, better world. Now, if we can find the realm that exists on the reverse side of our world, and meet the Creator's unwanted child banished therein, perhaps then we'll be able to understand the nature of Almighty Sinnoh itself. Don't you want to see it with your own eyes? We must make for the Temple of Sinnoh at Mount Cornet's peak. Dialga and Palkia both appeared from within the rift that once gaped open there, didn't they? If these plates can call anything at all, it seems likely that is where it would appear. Out of my way. I have a Satan dragon to catch. We'll use the main team, plus Heat Run, I suppose. Who else would have a winning matchup here? Well, Heat Run does have Crunch, and an inherent resistance to Dragon. We don't have any easy way up there, do we? No, we do not. And I forget, we basically have to walk our way up there. Since crawling our way probably won't work. Pokemon Xander is your favorite gen. Thank you, 3PO. I'm glad you see talent when it looks you in the eye. How was your weekend? Although I do believe you last did visit us around the time of, the Pokemon Black 2 stream, right? Actually, if there's the Electivire there. Not that I see, but I also don't believe in the draw distance of the Switch. Yeah, I get it. At least farm a little bit of XP. Ha ha ha, you fool. Now is Electivire up here, as he usually is. There's our bean themselves. Just a short detour, since this is one of my favorites, after all. Yeah, I was thinking about swapping out the team Sagittarius for all the legendaries we just caught. But that would be the soulless way to handle it, wouldn't it? After all, we've brought our team all the way up here. Why not have them finish the game for us? Although we have traded our 6-member around. We couldn't find someone to stick there. Or more appropriately, we never really had a single name, did we? Sagittarius, would you like to be on our Pokemon Black team? I keep forgetting what button I'm looking for. No, not while we're in combat. Very well, let me know a bit ahead of time. I will probably leave those as redeems on Twitch, since we'll probably be moving over there by the time we're getting back to, Pokemon Black. I wonder. Still want a little bit more. Haha, did it work? Excellent. Ooh, level 69. Quite nice. Actually, I think that would be a bit more befitting than a Heat Run. After all, for someone who loves electric types as much as I do. Yeah, for what I remember, Sagittarius, I think the anime version of Electabuzz just literally goes like or something like that. And I'm not joking. I also might be misremembering something. But doesn't it literally babble like a gorilla? Yeah, literally. Charming. Honestly, I like it. Just because our boy Aaron needs a bit of a boost. Huzzah! Wow, everyone's level is shaping up quite nicely. I'll be honest, I wanted to use Electabuzz for the entire time. But we weren't going to find an Electrizer, were we? At least not anytime soon. Not in the amount of time we played this game. Let's go ahead and swap ourselves out. Ah, we got one name slot left, Sagittarius, if you don't mind identifying as or whoever would like to pick up that spot. No, wait, that was the right menu. Why do we have, like, 4 different menus on 4 different buttons? All right. Sagittarius, thank you for joining us, by the way. I do believe you wandered in here. It was either halfway through this playthrough, or, no, wait, whoops. I need to remember how to play Sagittarius. Spell Sagittarius. It was either that or Kirby. But thank you very kindly for your attendance. Not much of a moveset. It was in one of the Kirby streams. I know it was one of the 2 Nintendo ones. Is everyone else up to snuff, or do you still need... You still need a rest to refresh those high horsepowers? The one where I ended up fighting Fectoforgo, so it was right there at the end. And judging from the votes we had earlier, I don't think I saw one for Outer Wilds. Therefore, I believe we will basically repeat our schedule from last week, although I will not be including Pokemon Black. I might end up doing more Guilty Gear over the weekends, as I would like to capitalize on the new patch and all the search that would come along with it. After all, my most successful times on the streams were we can't go any farther. The most successful streams I've had, aside from Kirby, which just seems to be a freak miracle, would have been the releases of Baiken and Testament, which brought me the biggest concentration of viewers and new subscribers. Although we will be very, very soon switching our allegiance over to Twitch. Though I will be trying to focus on posting clips onto YouTube. Totsugeki Town. I kinda want to play Totsugeki 64, but I haven't even played regular Mario 64 yet. I mean, I've gotten about halfway through on the Switch, but I haven't beaten it entirely. I don't know the game through and through. Not gonna lie, kind of weird that we haven't had a proper dolphin yet. There's quite a few Pokemon that are very, very prominent in the real world and very heavily recognized, but didn't actually get a Pokemon counterpart for a long time. Wasn't it a long time before we had a goat? Like, actually a goat. Arceus kind of looks like one. Yeah, that was Gen 6 when we had our first goat, right? I was waiting for it, Jim. Which is why I added the qualifier of, like, an actual goat. And then you'll go on and tell me about how Chimchar was amazing. Yeah. That was my choice of starter and diamond as well. The temple lies in ruins now. Columns cracked and broken. Like pillars now turned into spears. Ha ha ha. And stabbing into the heavens. Well, I detect a distinct lack of gratina. Is something bothering you? Ah, I do beg your pardon. I suppose I must seem to be behaving strangely. I dare say you deserve to know what I'm really after by now. Ever since I became convinced that Arceus really does exist, there's been one question that has consumed my thoughts. How can I meet such a being myself? It was in an attempt to answer this question that I originally sought out Giratina and had it tear open that rift in space and time. Plot twist! After all, Giratina wished to stand against Arceus, but that didn't do the trick. So then I had you gather the fragments of the all-encompassing deity, just as the murals of the ruins detected. 18 plates said to be the fragments of the all-encompassing deity. You hold in your hands 17 of them, so you must be wondering, where is the last one? Either in your hands or Gratina's. There it is, the ghost plate. Now hand over the plates you gathered. I will be the one to bring them all together. My desire to meet Arceus cannot be contained any longer. I need to know what it is. I must know what it is. If I can meet Arceus... What a time to mess up. If I can meet Arceus myself, then I may also be able to subjugate its power. And using that, I will attempt to create a new, better world. Of course, if I create a brand new world, then the Hisui region that we currently exist in will be undone and return to nothing. You, everyone you know, and all the Pokemon living here will vanish in an instant, as if you'd never been. If you want to keep this world from disappearing, then face me in battle. Now, not that you have a choice. Even if you don't wish to battle me, I'm not above using force to take those plates from you. Turns out Volo was the villain. Ah, you got that same psychopathic look in your eyes, just like Cynthia. We do not have a fairy-type move to lead with. Let me guess, they're all like 70 or above. Oh, this won't be that bad. Really, the type matchup here should be easy. You know what is funny, though? I was literally, like, right when we were at the ruins, about to say, oh, is it gonna turn out that Volo was secretly Giratina in disguise? But not quite the mark. I mean, we already knew the character was suspect just from the fact that they are basically Cynthia. Oh, you fiend. Lumberry. Since we do not have Chesto, I believe. Correct. Although you're immediately gonna use Hypnosis again, aren't you? Yep. But we avoided it. Pathetic. Poison? We no longer have a steel type after all. But we can give him one of these. Wait, with those offensive stats lower. Ah, never mind. We'll still take a hit from the next one coming out, so we'll be in trouble pretty soon anyway. Alright. Keep up that type advantage. Go ahead and set up. Pathetic. I wonder if the speed tables stay after Pokemon's KO'd. Or do they reorganize every time? What I'm wondering is if using Agile Flamethrower there actually helped us, or it basically did nothing at all. Not that it would have mattered against a beast like Garchomp anyway. Go ahead and drop that extra sensory. You have a theory that Volo actually succeeded in an alternate or original timeline, creating the original Diamond and Pearl, while this version leads to BDSP. No one's going to be faster than Garchomp. But it's quite possible Ice Shard might help us here. Let's go ahead and give that another try. So that's the biggest problem taken down. It's really just going to be winning type versus winning type. Luckily, we might still have a chance to go ahead and do something dangerous here. Neither of it's not going to matter, so high horsepower it is. Go get him, Aaron. Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. Let's see. After this, I can't even remember Cynthia's team. Overall, I think Usagi's got this. You might be able to just clean up the rest of the team from here. Well, lacks some Molotov. It's kind of funny the way you said that one. Agile Leaf Blade, so we do not lose our defensive buff just yet. After all, it's bound to be enough to finish off Lucario here. Ah, this will serve to be a problem. Usagi MVP, as always. And there we go. Yeah, Lilligant is goated, especially this version. Do your thing, Kayla. Bring it on home. Just in case. Let's go with an Agile Earth Power since this should be quadruple effective, I believe. Indeedy do. What part of this being in an infamous or difficult fight were you talking about? Why? Why you? Why do you have the blessing of Arceus? We popping off. Oh, that wasn't the infamous fight. So it's gonna be Arceus itself, isn't it? Why? How? I've devoted myself to Arceus beyond any other. I worshipped it as the creator of our entire world. I bent all of my passion and interest to its study. All the time I've spent poring over the... Is that a typo, or is there actually a different word they use here? All the time I've spent poring over the legends, everything that I've done. You outsider! It's almost as if you were spat out of the space-time rift just to get in my way. And back to being the smug, creepy yandere face again. No, this isn't finished yet. Can't you feel it? The chill creeping through your veins. The eldritch presence icing your heart. And welcome, Kayla. Thank you for carrying, or I should say, finishing off that last fight. Ah, there's the Gratna. Hey, honey. Long time no see. Giratina! Strike him down! I mean, if we had the chance to restore the health of everyone, we should be right. Oh no, it's literally just immediately the follow-up. That ain't fair. And presumably you have some sort of very dangerous passive buff. Alright, let's think about it. Aaron and James will probably carry this fight the most. Wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say that Giratina had been using Volo as a means to get a shot at Arceus. Kayla, I'm sorry for this. Yeah, a ghost dragon probably won't have anything to hit our Pokemon back down with. A Hyper Potion for our gravel-loving lad. Oh, that is definitely scary. Go ahead and pop another one for Aaron, who also has the type advantage. We are going to be on YouTube for a little bit while longer, Kayla. I'm still waiting for the votes to resolve, on top of, do we have any never miss moves? If we were packing someone with Dragon Pulse, we would have. Alright, James. You're the Dragon Slayer. So it really just comes down to luck here. Better hit. I see why the fight's infamous now. So, while we're packing a few more revives, who else is a defensive juggernaut? Check summary. We're gonna want to look at physical defense. 54%. Everyone's kind of on par, so it doesn't really matter what choice we make. We could also let Marky just tank this. I see why we needed max revives now. Well, we can probably stall him out, right? Usagi might actually be able to tank pretty well with using buffed up Victory Dance. Now, normally that move has only 5 uses, but if it literally just has an indefinite number of Shadow Forces, we're in trouble, and we're gonna have to bring back probably a Dragon-type user with Dragon Pulse or something like that. First thing to check, can we use Victory Dance to score us an extra turn? Indeed we can. Another revive for our Dragon Slayer. Indeed. Just in case. Oh-ho, we can sneak in a bit of damage here. That's going to be a lot of health to get through. So let's see, Shadow Force, Aura Sphere, Dragon Claw, and I wonder what the last move would be. It's not Rest, is it? Rest Giratina. That would be frightening. It's not Rest, is it? It's not Rest, is it? Oh, Earth Power. Easy. Yeah, James has this. Or you're gonna be in trouble. We do want a reserve Pokemon to tank a little bit. We can probably alternate Aaron and James pretty well enough. Hopefully you live through whatever critical hit might be coming. And then I'm sure we can go to town. We'll focus on using as many revives as we can. Do it, James. Hell yeah. Now, can you chip him a little bit with Ice Shard? No, it will not make a difference. Drat. Well, we're teetering on the edge of the rope here. And you still get another turn. We can't finish you off immediately with another Calm Mind. We're gonna have to use a regular one here, and hope that we can tank enough. I do love the base, though. Yeah, okay, I see why we would have needed the max potions. We have to go through Volo's team again to get another shot. I think that's fine. After all, Volo wasn't much of a problem whatsoever. And, ultimately, neither is Gratna. Unless you're literally going to get even stronger now. Yep, there it is. And you literally got it back. As expected. Very well, I understand the true infamy you're referring to. Oh, honestly, that wouldn't have even been that bad the second time around. Yeah, that's literally where the entirety of the animation budget went. Blah-de-dee, blah-de-dee, blah, and this shouldn't be that bad. Do you have any more max potions, perhaps? Nope. Yeah, essentially 8 Pokemon. Phase transition is precisely why you don't finish with a strong move. Luckily, James doesn't have to worry about that now, does he? We had to worry about Aura Spear, Dragon Claw, Shadow Force, and... Oh, so you do have a super effective move versus either of Dialga or Palkia. However, Dialga has a weakness to the move that isn't Stab, and therefore Dialga should be much better, right? Might want to get a stronger dude to replace Mamoswine, but he did so much work. Oh well, this fight isn't that fair anyway. He was doing so good, though. Cresselia does have Moonblast, after all. Yeah, we could use both Dialga and Palkia. It would kind of bring it home, wouldn't it? Don't insult my boy Aaron like that, Chim. He's been so good to us. There we go. All right. Easy mode it is, I suppose. And we'll have to use the ugly mofos for it. Yeah, if they both had Dragon Pulse, I think that'll be just fine, since it allegedly is a never-missing move. And you should also have Dragon Pulse, I believe, as well as Bulk Up, so you can probably sweep most of the team. Alright, we'll be fine. We'll just have to do it again. With less heart. But that's fine. Welcome back, Siphon! We've actually had just over 200 for a little bit now. Glad to see you again. Do remember, if you want, I still haven't made my schedule for the week yet. If there is a time that you can attend, let me know and I will try to open up a spot for you. After all, I do try to make accommodations for my class, as small as it might be right now. Roar of Time and Spatial Rend have special animations when used by Origin, Dialga, and Palkia. I'm less concerned. I just need something that can hit Giratina super effectively. Only off Sunday. That might not be a day I'm streaming, and otherwise might just be Guilty Gear. Alright, run it back. What did come out first, anyway? Oh, right, it was Spiritomb. Very well then, James. Assist me this second time around. Although we are kind of out of max potions, our dragon types should carry the battle quite well. Also, we have revives, which is a lot more important. Go ahead and save here. I will confess, that is pretty powerful of a final fight here. Alright, Volo. If I have to cheat, I'll stomp you out. Oh. I'm out of tea. Give me a moment. Especially since I am going to have to do quite a bit more talking, I'm sure. Alright, I hope you all have enjoyed the dramatic steering contest. Let's bring it on home. This time, with a bit of foresight, we should be much more fearsome. I wonder if just a regular dazzling gleam would have worked. We'll take the buffed one. And then you go again. For shame. Time to set up. Just because I'm pretty sure Dialga is going to cleanly be able to sweep most of this team here. We'll need those Dragon Pulses. Oh, wow. Is that all you got? And then the stats go back to normal, indeed. Really? I suppose Earth Power would have been a good choice for here. We don't have anyone that actually basically wins this matchup, so we'll go ahead and meet your bulk up with one of our own. And see just how much we can tank. Yeah, close combat drops your stats down. Palkia can probably do well with an agile Earth Power here and then continue. Still very ugly. Yeah, we're not gonna need Earth Power much after this. There's the fairy. Alright, Usagi. You've got this even in spite of the type issue here. Run it through. And here comes Garchomp. Or Arcanine instead. Is that like a fire-type outrage? Interesting addition. I think it's kind of a sucker thing that they can immediately... Like, the way the speed works in this game. Definitely don't like how it changed. Alright, Kayla. Do the tanking you do best. Since we are going to need a lot of these... A shame we already used our max revives then. James does not have a ground weakness like, Dialga would. We'll go ahead and throw out James first, and if James can't take this fight very well, then we can have Z do a couple of counterattacks. Agile Calm Mind should be enough. I didn't know he was packing. See, this is why we wanted, Mamoswine. This is what my boy Aaron was good for. He popped right in with that Ice-type attack. This is the last time I listened to Chim's advice. Ah, there we go. That should flip the speed tables back in our favor quite a bit. Do we actually keep the stat buffs when this resets? Just in case, after all, I don't imagine we'll have to go through too many of them. Alright, now for the time we've all waited for. And no level ups for anyone else. We'll just have the legendaries hog them all. Can we skip this? We just saw this. Ah, we can. And let's see who goes first. Of course you do. It's kind of funny, a lot of our other Pokemon are far tankier than the legendaries we have. Let's see, who is the best at tanking? Or more importantly, who doesn't actually have a, losing type advantage? Funny enough, Usagi I think could actually tank better than most anyone we have. Now, can we go ahead and get that extra speed in here? We cannot. So, we really just basically have to PP stall with revives. Agile Calm Mind will not work here. We just continue trading off revives. Kayla should also be pretty defensive. We'll use any extra turns we get to revive Dialga and Palkia, since they're the ones that'll have to carry on the offensive power. Though if everyone's gonna get one hit KO'd from half health, yeah, we might not be able to stall this one out. No, no one else really has the defense for this. I guess we might actually just want to revive the legendaries then. Go ahead and bring that on home. You believe once we finish Hu Tao's questline we can just buy max revives. Alright then. Do that just in case. Ah, we can use an Agile Dragon Pulse. And then probably trade off with Dialga. This probably won't one-hit KO as Giratina is notoriously a bulky Pokemon. Dialga pops in. Oh wow, that does very little damage to him then. Yeah, in that case we will just have to like grind for the right items and like the revives and health potions and stuff like that. Which means we're done here for this evening. Actually enjoying quite a bit of the post game, but I am kind of having my own issues with the final battle here. We'll probably be able to clean this up. Is there anything more of the post-game here? Is this really just the final battle? If it's just this battle, we'll probably save that for the anniversary stream, which will be showing up on Saturday. Next Saturday, right? Yeah, next Saturday on the 18th. I do plan on occupying a lot of our scheduled 24-hour stream with cleaning up a bunch of other games that we had trouble with before. Then you can see me get pissed off against bosses left and right. You believe there's one more after the final battle? You know, I will go ahead and just put this on the list for our next Pokemon stream then, regardless. And if it turns out we only have like an hour left of content to handle, we'll just immediately trade it off to Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon Black 2 instead. So, I expect to see you all then. I'll be working on my schedule immediately. Wow, we have done this for 3.5 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna try to scramble together a schedule together really quickly and have you all ready one for this evening. Tomorrow will probably be Kirby as it's been for about a month now. Then Outer Wilds on Thursday and Guilty Gear on Friday and possibly for the remainder of the weekend. Thank you to everyone for your attendance this evening. We've gone a much longer stream this time. And after all that, class is dismissed. I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, wait. If we are getting into the Twitch culture, I do wonder, would Orion still be streaming? Let's go look him up. I do need to line up a raid for all of you. Ah, he's not. Oh, but Budum's running Grand Blue Fantasy. You know, I might actually join them. go ahead and give Vodem a look up. I will go ahead and line up a raid for those of you on Twitch. Those of you on YouTube, you all know him very, very well. Go give Vodem a visit. Give him a signs raid for me. Thank you.